Hi, welcome to the Floriani software update for build number 3984. And this is an excellent time for all Floriani software owners to go ahead and download the latest version of the program. It's absolutely free to install the update. Now, if you're not sure how to get the update, the easiest way is from within your Floriani software. Just click under the Help drop-down menu and look for the option to check for updates. That will bring you directly to the Floriani website and directly to the place where you can click to start to download the latest software and information on how to install it, as well as information about what the latest build number is and when it was released. So going back into your Floriani software, you also have the ability to click under the Help drop-down menu and look under where it says About, and that will tell you what version that you're currently using if you're not sure if you need to get the latest update. But the latest update is build number 3984, and just click under Help and check for updates to come to the website. Now, while you're on the Floriani website, go ahead and look at the top menu where there's an option called the Hub. Go ahead and click on that to find a new and refreshed look for all of our video training content for all of the Floriani programs. Go ahead and browse the new Floriani Hub to find all of your favorite training and more. So going back to the Floriani software and talking specifically about what's new in this update, the first thing I can tell you is that this update is the first one that will make it possible for people to activate the two new Floriani programs that are called Floriani Design Finder and also Floriani Monogramming and Customizing. And so the good news is, for anybody who has our Floriani Fusion software or our Floriani FTCU software, then everything that's been created is simply a part of your free update. And so go ahead and download the latest version now. One of the things that you will notice when you install the update is that the little yellow tabs are missing from the right-hand side of the program. And those were for your browsing, your library and your folders of your computer. And that has now been moved into a new button that has a tool at the top of the workspace called the Design Finder. And so go ahead and click on the icon to find your new and greatly improved browser for your library. So your screen is really divided into 4 areas, and the top left is simply all of the folders of your computer. The bottom left is simply all of the folders that are in your Floriani embroidery library. When you click on something on the left, you will see the results in the right. If you select a design, you will see the details of that design below. This does a wonderful job of iconizing, meaning when you browse through the folders of your computer, it will show you images for all of your embroidery files. It will also show you images for any of your artwork, like vector artwork files, like SVG cutting files. It'll also iconize your JPG images or your WAF files. Everything can be iconized. So it's just as good for organizing your embroidery collection as it is for organizing your digital cutting files or even your photographs. And so we know you're going to love the Finder. Now, once you open the Finder, if you want to go back to using the program, just click anywhere outside of the Finder. It will go away. If you click back on the button, it will open again. It does have a close button on the right-hand side, but just know that when you click on the button, it will come right back, and it will be exactly how you left it. Yeah. If you want to open a design to work on, you can simply click on it and then double-click to open the design. It will open up behind the Finder, and you can simply find it by clicking off of your Finder. And so if you go back to the Finder and then you find another design that you would like to add to your design, then you can click and drag. So when you click and drag, you'll be merging 2 designs onto one workspace. If I click save right now, I will have added the bunny rabbit to the design of the butterflies. If I don't want to change the design of the butterflies, what I should do is close the design of the butterfly and simply click to add a new empty workspace. Now, when I use my Finder and I bring the bunny rabbit onto my screen and also the butterflies onto my screen, then both designs will be in a new workspace that, of course, I could save into any location and with any format. And so your ability to file and save is all the same as it was before. The new tool is really for finding designs. Now, more on the design finder in a moment, but I also wanted to point out that new on your workspace with this update are icons for, first of all, the batch converter and also the font importer. And those are tools that are not necessarily new, but have new icons to make them more apparent and easier to find. And so font importer is the tool that you're going to use to create a keyboard font from the letters. If you purchased a font that came as individual letters, then this is a tool that can allow you to turn it into a Floriani keyboard font. And of course, the batch converter is a tool that you can use to copy any number of designs from one folder into another folder and choose what formats will be copied and what formats will be created. And so for the professional embroidery designer, this is an essential tool. But of course, the new design finder also makes it possible to convert and save designs. And so when you open up your design finder tool and you want to start browsing with it, you'll simply click to browse through the new folders of your computer. If you click on a large folder, it will simply start finding designs. I actually clicked on the Floriani free monthly designs, and that folder includes a lot of subfolders. And you'll notice up at the top that there's actually an option that is checked off that calls include subfolders. And so that means that when I click on free monthly designs, it will find all of the designs under April. And if we just click under April 2010, it will simply find the designs from, April 2010 or 2011. And in the olden days, you had to browse your folders by looking in each folder. But with the new, improved design finder and its ability here to include subfolders, let's just turn that off. So if I click under free monthly designs, it appears like there are no designs. But really, we know that there are some under April 2010 and 11 and 12. And so when I click here and I also include subfolders, now it starts to look through all of the files, and it works very quickly to find all of the designs. You can see it over here. It's counting. If you want to stop it, if you've already found the design that you want, you can click to stop it. There's a stop button right here. It's actually finished finding, and it found 2,338 designs. I can tell it's done counting because the number stops going up, and the number of files becomes brightly lit. There are filters here. You could filter by name if you knew what the name started with, or if you knew the format. If you are looking at a folder that has a lot of copies of the designs in different formats, you might want to tell it that you only want to see one specific format. And so when I do that, it'll start looking through again and only finding the designs of specifically the format that I asked for. And so it goes through quite quickly and counts through all the Floriani WAF files. And so there's now 989 different WAF files in your free monthly designs. And if you wanted to copy some of them, go ahead and select a design. Select multiple designs by holding down your control key. And notice that there's your file drop-down menu, as well as a view drop-down menu and a sort drop-down menu. With the file drop-down menu, you're going to have all your most important abilities. Things like copy the design, rename the design, delete the design, save these designs as images. Maybe you need to email it to your mom, make sure that she likes what it looks like. Convert and save would allow me to sort of create a copy of these designs in a new location in any number of formats, just go ahead and click on convert and save. And the first question is, where do you want to save them? And you can click right here. That's where it's already kind of set to save them. But if I click right here, I can choose any folder, from my entire computer. I know that the Floriani designs are under the C drive, under Floriani, under designs. And so here's everything that's in my Floriani library. And I have a folder here that's called From Trevor. So I'll select that. And now what copies, what formats do you want copied into that location? I'll get a WAF file. I'll get a PES file. I'll get a JEF file. You could add any of the different embroidery formats that the program can make. And when you click save, it will save all of those files into that new folder. Now, it's actually taken us directly to the folder. So it's down here. It says From Trevor. If you only looks like it made one copy, that's because we have the format filter for WAF on there. And if I take that off, you'll see that actually, oh no, there really are 4 copies of the apple and 4 copies of the little ice cream cone that have now been copied into a new folder in my computer. And so really it's the perfect program to manage your embroidery collections and find designs that you didn't even know that you already owned. And so we know you're going to love the Embroidery Design Finder. I should also point out that although they come up in icons, you do have the view drop-down menu where you could choose between a medium icon. Small icons will, of course, make them smaller, but allow you to see more of them. Or you could choose large icons, which would give you much larger ones. So view and then the large ones. And then, of course, you can browse through, with whatever size that you have. The other thing under view is, do you want to see them in 3D? So you can have them 3D down here in the properties panel or 3D in the viewing panel. And what about numbers? Do you like them in metric or in English? And so you can kind of control all those things there. You can also sort your results by name, by date, by file type, if you just want to see, the specific format, that kind of thing, ascending and descending. And so there's a lot of cool abilities that it comes with. I'll also point out that if I select a design and then right click, there's another menu under the right click, which is another way that I could open this design or convert and save this design or, even send it into a compressed zip file. Or extract designs that are already in zip files. And so Design Finder is really the perfect tool to browse and manage your embroidery collections. We just know you're going to love it. This may be the best update yet for all of our Floriani software owners. I will point out another thing to know is if there's any formats that you're not interested in. So under the program preferences, notice that there is a new tab in here that's called Input Formats. Now, this will not stop your program from being able to open and save formats, but the input formats specifically works with your Design Finder tool. And so if you don't ever need to see, these formats, you could uncheck them. So the formats that are checked off are the ones that will be displayed, and any that you uncheck will not be displayed. And so you can use this as a way to automatically reduce the results in your Finder tool. So here you could pick your 3 favorite formats, and then Finder would only ever show you those formats. And just know that you can come back to this at any time in your program preferences and turn those formats back on if you turned them off and then at a later time decide that you need them. And so we hope you enjoy the Floriani software update for build number 3984. Thanks so much for listening. Have a great day, and bye for now.